Hello, I'm Emma and today I'm going to be reviewing both of Sally Thorne's books, The Hating Game and 99% Mine. These are two really hyped up books. One of them lived up to the hype, the other one not so much. This is going to be a non-spoiler review, apart from at the end I did want to talk about something to do with these two books that's maybe a wee bit spoilery, but you will be well warned before it happens, so let's just jump into it. The Hating Game is about two work rivals, Lucy and Josh, whose publishing companies have had to merge to make Bexley and Gammon Publishing. Now, the Bexley employees hate the Gammons and vice versa, because they all have kind of different visions about everything, and Lucy definitely hates Josh. Now, Lucy and Josh are both the executive assistants to their corresponding CEOs from the merger, and it's announced that there's going to be a promotion available to either one of them to, I guess, be the other one's boss and everyone else's. So there's now a big competition between Lucy and Josh, and their rivalry has spiked even more to who is going to get the job, and I just love this book so much. The Hating Game is just wow.
Wow. Wow.
This is now my favourite romance book. I rated it a 5 out of 5 stars, and to get across how much I love it, I first read this about 2 or 3 months ago, and I've already reread it, and I know I'm going to reread it quite a lot in the future. It was so good. Now, the tension that Sally Thorne is able to create between these two characters is just done so perfectly. It's like chef's kiss. It all. It was so good. Character development was done so well. They don't only develop together, but you can see how each of them develop as individuals, and there's honestly nothing dislikable about them. You just love the characters. It's such an addictive read. I really enjoyed the writing style. I absolutely flew through this book. I feel like the pacing was just on the mark. And I think a lot of that was to do with the fact that Josh wears certain shirts on certain days of the week, which Lucy picks up on. And so, like for example, you know it's a Friday if he's wearing a black shirt. And because of that, you're able to get a grasp of how much time has passed throughout it, which I found just helped the pacing. And yeah, it was usually like in books you don't know how much time has passed, but this one you did, and it was amazing. As you can see from me just geeking out, I totally recommend this book. I absolutely loved it. It's not a YA, so I would keep that in mind if you're younger, but yeah. There is a movie adaptation coming out of this, which I am so excited about. It was supposed to be, and they're supposed to be filming it just now, but it's had to be postponed again because of the virus, which is understandable, but I'm really hoping it gets back on track soon. They've already casted it, and I know that quite a lot of people have had some problems about the casting. But to be honest, I'm really happy about the casting. For Lucy Hatton, they've casted Lucy Hale, which I'm actually quite happy with. I really enjoy a lot of her other stuff. I used to be a really big fan of Pretty Little Liars until it dragged on quite a bit. But yeah, I do really like her as an actress. My one thing about it is that Lucy Hale has green eyes, and I really hope that they use contact lenses or anything. Like if she has green eyes in a movie, that's something that will make me pretty angry, because it is quite a big thing. And although I did see that Sally Thorne tweeted about it and said that she can wear contact lenses, so yeah. They've cast Robbie Armett as Joshua Templeman, who I feel like is quite a good choice. I'm really hoping that he does Joshua justice, but we'll see. We are just all counting on you, Robbie, please. But yeah, I'm really excited for it. I know that this is a standalone book, but I just want more, and I feel like a sequel about maybe like a Christmas novel of their two families coming together for Christmas, and just the dynamics of the two families, because they're quite different that way. And yeah, I feel like that would be really fun. Just anything, Sally, like, please. But yeah, moving on, like we've all got to sometimes. Moving on to 99% Mine. I went into this book with a fresh slate because I get after a really successful debut novel, it's going to be quite hard to follow it. But this book follows Darcy Bennett, who is a photographer slash bartender who's always running away from her problems, getting on a plane, travelling, and is never in the one place for very long. And that is until Tom Valeska shows up at her grandmother's cottage as he was contracted by her twin brother, who she doesn't get along with, to fix up and sell the house that was inherited to them. Tom is her brother's best friend, is a childhood friend that the both of them had grown up with, and ever since Darcy first saw Tom, she has had the biggest crush on him. I would say that she does say she's been in love with Tom, but I wouldn't call it love myself, so we'll stick with a crush slash lust. Overall, I did enjoy this book, so I rated it 3 out of 5 stars, but there's a lot of things I really didn't like about it, and I feel like a lot of it was down to the fact that I hated Darcy as a character. She was very selfish and impulsive, very inconsiderate of others, and especially Tom and his career and everything. And she was just such an unlikable character. I just found her to be really unrelatable, and there's times where there's things that she would do and it'd have me like looking at it like, wait, what age is this character meant to be? So yeah, she's supposed to be in her 20s. I guess yeah, you can be still a bit immature, but I didn't like her. Her brother Jamie, who she doesn't have a great relationship with, he was equally very unlikable. I feel like the two characters who were like the two best characters in it were truly her best friend and Tom. Yeah, there was lots of aspects to Darcy I really didn't like. One of them is the fact that she has a heart condition, which she just didn't care about at all. I mean, she has so many people, she had people around her that cared about her, and she's old enough to know that that is something that should be a priority, that she needs to take care of. But that kind of infuriated me. Like, her medication and everything was all like out of date, and it just like, get your life together. The thing that annoyed me the most about Darcy was just how she spoke about and to Tom. She just over sexualized him, and it got really disrespectful. Like, there would be nothing about any defining moment or romantic moment or anything. It was just all purely like based on how he looked, which I wouldn't say is love. That's just a crush on someone. So yeah, but there is something like, I'm gonna put a timestamp to where it's safe to go to, because it's a small spoilery bit, but it is the bit that infuriated me about this book so much. So yeah, I'm gonna put a timestamp here to where it's safe to go to, but I just feel like I need to talk about it. The bit that truly angered me in this book and was infuriating, like I tab my books and red marks like if I'm frustrated or angry, and in this I wanted to just red tab the whole chapter. It was just too much. She's basically trying to make Tom sleep with her and just completely ignoring all of Tom's signals. Like the whole time he was like, what the hell, what are you doing? Like, please stop. There's a line that I marked in the book where you can get a bit of a hint of it. It says, when I reach for him like a creepy sex zombie, he steps away, almost cowering against the fridge. A human man, terrified of my outstretched fingers. What is right with that, Sally? Because I don't see anything. It's so annoying because if the genders were reversed and this is a man doing it to a woman, everybody would be all like, oh my god, this is a toxic relationship, he was trying to force himself onto her, they should never belong together, they should never be together. It should be the same, like, you know, there should be the same standards for everyone, but like, which it is already, but I feel like it would be more picked up on if it was the other way about. Her whole relationship with Tom was purely based on lust. There is nothing romantic about it at all. Like, I don't think they should be together. I mean, I feel like that was a very telling bit of the story that clearly shows they're a bit wrong for each other. She just wouldn't read any of the signals. He was clearly expressing that he didn't want to, and nothing did happen, but that was already too far. Very infuriating. Oh my goodness. One more thing. It was a part of the book that got me thinking, like, what am I reading? Is this some like paranormal romance or is it a contemporary? I don't know what's happening, because some reason we went into a whole That's So Raven universe. So her brother Jamie comes over to oversee how the renovation's all going, and because of her heart issues, you know, it has been getting worse and things, but when he shows up, and he is her twin, and I get, you know, twins have some like weird, like, you know, twin bond thing, like there's some cool studies on it, it's quite interesting, but this was taking the cake for it. Like, it felt like I walked into a Disney Channel show. So he was like, tell Tom, tell him how you were in the bathroom on time, and it was like a whole scenario that he'd made up, and it was like a time and a place and of when her heart was kind of acting up, and then he finished it with, you know, I knew it because I felt it in my mole. What That's So Raven universe is this book set in? Because oh my goodness, it's the future, he can see. Overall, I did enjoy the book. There were those things I disliked about it, but it did keep me engaged and it kept me wanting to read more. So that was my reviews for The Hating Game and 99% Mine. As you can see, I would recommend The Hating Game a lot more than 99% Mine, but it doesn't mean this was a bad book. I did overall enjoy it still, and I am someone who does prefer enemies to lovers over friends to lovers, but that's just me. Sally Thorne has got a new book coming out in 2021, which I believe is called Second First Impressions, and I really like the synopsis for it, so let's hope it will be a good one. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye! It's just so good. There. the worst bit about this book that was just you will be felt. Can I speak? Bexley and yeah, that was right. Right. There was, well, she's very reach for him when I says when I reach for him like a creaky on I'm gonna that's all I don't know